we're going to go ahead and get ready to do our reading and grammar notebook. So what you're going to need, let's go over to the camera so you can see all of my things on the table here. Okay, let's roll back a little bit here so we can see. All right, so you're going to need your plastic envelope, your reading and grammar notebook, scissors, glue, and something to write with. All right, go ahead and get those things. And then we're going to look inside here. Okay, for this packet, and we're going to grab this plural nouns. Just tear that off, and then you can put this back inside here. Okay. All right, so here's the page we're going to do today. Not that long, so I don't have a song for us to do. Oh, I kind of got a little close there. My scissors might be crooked a little bit. All right, so we're going to cut up the middle here. Now, you might notice these are the things we wrote in our notebook yesterday. So that's going to be a lot of help for us to fill this out today. Okay. Remember, if you cut all the way through, that's okay. You're just going to glue it down. All right, so I have all the little windows, all the little flaps cut separately here. We're going to go in. Okay, we did the regular plural nouns page. It's kind of bright. Okay, so we're just going to turn the page from our regular plural nouns. Get our glue. Okay. Sometimes it's tricky to get the glue on there nicely. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pre-fold these windows open so that I can get behind them easily. Looks like that's not going to stick very nicely, is it? All right. With those things. All right. If you need to pause because you're still cutting and gluing, go ahead and hit pause right now so that we can do this together. I'll be ready to do that with you. So go ahead and pause. Okay, so it says a plural noun is more than one person, place, or thing. So more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing. Okay. Most nouns are made plural by adding an, you have the answer right back here on the page before, right here. Most nouns just add an S to make them plural. So we need to write S. Okay, and then under this, we're going to write down, 4 or 5 examples of things that have an S at the end. All right, if you see a lot of cars, just have to add an S. If you go to pick pumpkins, add an S. If you are making skeletons out of Q-tips, skeletons, more than one. Okay. If you like to carry your pumpkins in a wagon, if you have many of them, it's wagons. Picking some things that are seasonal that we can talk about. If you like little bats that fly in the air, a bat is one, but more than one is bats. Let's see. One more that we could do. Ooh, treats. Trick or treats. You really would like treats more than tricks, right? Treats. If you like tricks, though, we're just going to add an S. All right, go ahead and pause. Make sure you get those written down. If you're writing small enough, you can maybe fit more in there. It's up to you. Go ahead and push pause. And then the second one we're going to do is if a noun ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Z, we're going to add what? We're going to look back here. If a noun ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Y, you need to add ES. Okay. So now under this door, this window, we're going to write down words that would have ES. Okay. If you like to see one witch, what if you saw a group of witches? They end in CH. Okay. If you find a lucky penny, you might like to make a wish. Maybe you have lots of them, so you have wishes. It's your SH. If you see one fox and then you see 5 of them, it would be foxes, EX. So that it says if it ends in X, okay? If someone pushes the doorbell to come in, it might say it buzzes, or the bee buzzes around the tree, buzzes. Let's see. If you're trying to teach someone else how to make a little bat or something, you might want to say teaches. He teaches her how to make one. Okay. Let's see. If you're making a vinegar and baking soda volcano, it fizzes. Okay. And you might need to gather lots of boxes to put things away. Boxes. All right. So we have CH, SH, X, Z, CH, Z, X. We always write ES at the end. Okay, go ahead and pause so you can get those written down. Okay. Make sure that you pause it if you need to go back so you can get these written down. Don't go ahead without getting those written down. So right now, I'm going to open the top 2. So it should say S and ES. I'm going to open the top 2, and I'd like you to push pause and make sure you have everything on there. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one. If a noun ends in a consonant and then a Y, drop the Y and add, so let's look back here. If a noun ends in a consonant and then a Y, you need to change the Y to I and add ES. I wrote on myself on accident. All right. I can get that off my hand there. Okay. drop the Y and add I-E-S. Okay. So you might like to go trick-or-treating because you like to get a lot of candies. Candy with a Y, we'd need to drop the Y and add I-E-S. If you see one bunny and then you say, oh no, there are 5, it would be bunnies. So it would be a Y, but we're going to drop the Y and add I-E-S, bunnies. Okay, let's see if we had some more examples. Oh, okay. So if we're going to write a story and then we end up writing 10 stories, there's a consonant and then a Y, but we drop the Y and add I-E-S, stories. If there's a lot of things going on that make you worry, you have a lot of worries. Worry. We put a Y here, but we're going to drop the Y and add I-E-S. This I stands in for the Y. Worries. Okay. Let's see. If you collect a lot of coins, you have a lot of well, let's see, we're not going to do monies. My mind's drawing a blank. Maybe you guys can think of some. My mind is completely drawing a blank. All right, we'll go to the next one. If a noun ends in F or FE, you'll drop the F or FE and add, do you remember? V, oops, come over here, Mrs. Martinez. V-E-S. Okay. We're going to write it here. V-E-S. Close to V-C-S, isn't it? All right. So if you have a leaf, ends with an F, it changes to leaves. If you have a knife, it ends in F-E, it changes to knives. If a lady is a wife and she makes a club for other ladies who are wives, you'll change it to wives. Okay. If you see a little holiday elf, but then you see more, you have elves. Elves everywhere. If you have to put your books up on the shelf, but you're like, wait, I have 4 of them, that turns into shelves. All right, I think that's enough on there. All right, make sure you get all of those written down. Push pause if you need more time. Okay. And that should be everything in your interactive notebook for grammar. Make sure you take your time to get all of this filled in. You're going to need it. And a stitch in time saves 9. I say that all the time because it's really actually true. You take the time to do it a little bit at a time, it will be so much easier. We've talked about you could eat an entire elephant if you just ate it one bite at a time. Now, why would we want to eat an elephant? But it's just an analogy, which means that we can compare something to make sense for something we're trying to talk about. So when I say you can eat an entire elephant, that's pretty big. It would take you quite a while. But if you just keep at it, pretty soon it's all done. So make sure you're always doing your work in here. We are going to be coming up with parent-teacher conferences soon, and you will have to be bringing your books and supplies in so I can see that you've got it all done. So you don't want to come with it undone, like unfinished work, because you'll have to work to get it all caught up, and that would be a lot of work. So make sure you stay up on all of our work and just do a little bit with me every day, and you'll be right on track. All right, guys, so we're done with our reading and grammar. So I'm going to go over to the Reading Interactive Notebook and finish up some other things in there. So I will see you at the Reading Interactive Notebook folder. All right, see you there.